It's hot. There's a car.
Oh, they're turning around.
A ferocious wildfire crisis erupted across Spokane, Washington, turning a quiet Saturday afternoon into one of the most destructive natural disasters in the city's history. Flames appeared to be advancing from several directions, leaving residents frightened, unsure how the fire began, and frustrated by the lack of clear information during the rapidly unfolding emergency. What began as a modest brush fire shortly before noon on August 1 exploded within hours into a catastrophic firestorm known as the Old Trails Fire. Tens of thousands of residents were forced to flee, taking only what they could carry as the fast-moving flames threatened neighborhoods and left little time for evacuation. The fire ignited near Old Trails Road and West Euclid Road, west of Spokane, under exceptionally dangerous conditions. Eastern Washington was under a rare, particularly dangerous situation warning, a level above the standard red flag warning and one the National Weather Service reserves for only the most extreme combinations of heat, wind, and dryness. Wind gusts reached 35 to 50 miles per hour. Humidity dropped into the single digits. And the state remained locked in a fourth consecutive year of drought. Under those extreme conditions, the fire did not simply spread, it erupted, accelerating so violently that containment efforts became far more difficult and dangerous for crews.
1,000 acres.
Within hours, the fire expanded from roughly 50 acres to more than 2 ling, then surpassed 3,000 acres by early Sunday morning. Witnesses reported sustained crown runs, with flames racing through treetops instead of creeping along the ground. That behavior allowed the fire to outrun containment lines and leap across natural barriers.
A lot of black smoke in there.
Plan.
Driven by relentless winds, the Old Trails fire tore through Riverside State Park and then jumped the Spokane River. Burning embers and flames were carried directly into residential neighborhoods on the city's north side, leaving families with very little time to gather belongings, protect pets, and escape before conditions became life-threatening.
This is the view from the fairgrounds of the fire that I just left. That is about where we were.
As the fire pushed into the city, authorities issued Level 3 Go Now evacuation orders, the highest warning possible for a rapidly expanding area. The evacuation zone stretched north of Francis Avenue and west of Division Street, making it clear that residents could not safely delay or wait for further instructions. Thousands of families abandoned their homes with little more than they could carry, filling local roads in a desperate rush to safety. Riverside State Park and the Dwight Merkel Sports Complex were completely evacuated. Emergency officials warned that the true scale of the destruction remained unknown because conditions were still changing too quickly.
This is so bad. This is blocks and blocks, and the old folks' home is down there.
The Indian Trail neighborhood suffered some of the worst destruction as homes ignited one after another. Residents reported loud explosions echoing through thick smoke while houses, vehicles, and propane tanks were consumed. One local resident compared the scene to a bomb exploding in the middle of a densely populated neighborhood. Spokane's mayor said the city was not yet able to discuss the full magnitude of property losses because the situation remained too dynamic overnight. Emergency officials could not provide an accurate structure count, but estimates suggested that between 4,000 and 5,000 buildings were under direct threat during the fire's most aggressive advance. Utility disruptions added to the chaos as Avista, the region's power provider, shut off electricity to roughly 18 customers in northwest Spokane as a precaution. Separate outages occurred where flames damaged infrastructure. The company said restoration needs could only be assessed once crews were able to enter the affected areas safely.
Fire 1, Fire 2. Fucking crazy.
I mean, now it looks like
We've been scorching hot in here.
I know, but it's just
The Old Trails fire was not burning alone. 2 additional fires broke out elsewhere in Spokane County during the same period, forcing an already overwhelmed emergency response to divide
The old
crews, engines, and equipment across multiple fronts. With several incidents growing at once, the region faced a far more complex and dangerous firefighting challenge.
Might be time to get in the car.
The Fairview fire near Meade grew to nearly 1,000 acres and triggered its own Level 3 evacuation orders. The Meadowview fire burned roughly 500 acres. Together, the 3 fires pushed firefighting resources to their limits. While the Old Trails fire remained at zero containment and strong winds showed no sign of easing,
And I cannot believe I'm seeing this. And it's moving down to Burn Hill, which is even closer to home.
Officials requested very large air tankers to help slow the fire's advance and support crews on the ground. However, extreme wind repeatedly made aerial operations unsafe, at times grounding firefighting aircraft completely. Losing that support left ground crews without one of their most powerful tools as the flames continued spreading across difficult terrain.
Yeah, that's not very far away.
Dude, look at the light pole. Oh my god, dude. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, I told you hundreds of houses.
Washington Governor Bob Ferguson declared a state of emergency and activated the National Guard to support overwhelmed local crews. He also imposed a statewide burn ban through the end of September. FEMA authorized federal funding for firefighting costs, while the state mobilized additional resources under its Fire Services Resource Mobilization Plan.
Just sitting there watching it.
Emergency shelters opened for displaced residents, including one at a local community college. While the Red Cross answered calls around the clock, pet owners also scrambled to find safe shelter for animals. Local facilities accepted evacuated pets, but some residents reported animals missing, injured, or burned while escaping the fast-moving flames.
Mile Falls and Airway Heights. Oh my god. Francis is wall-to-wall cars now.
State officials did not minimize the seriousness of the season, calling it one of the busiest wildfire years on record. The most troubling detail was that August had only just begun, with weeks of hot, dry, and windy weather still possible. Washington could face many more dangerous fires before conditions finally improve.
Oh, dude, this is the main street thing down here. If you want to watch this one. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Look at the fires down there, dude. Holy shit. Oh, look at this. Look at the telephone. Look at the light pole right here, bro. Yeah. Dude, look at the light pole. Oh, my God. Look at that. Oh, look at behind that one.
Someone from church is telling me that they got an updated jump in the river.
According to the latest updates, containment on the Old Trails fire remained at 0%. Officials urged residents to rely only on official evacuation maps and live updates from local emergency management, not secondhand reports. The danger zone was changing so quickly that outdated or inaccurate information could place lives at immediate risk.
Projector, and when you put it up at the sky or up at the ceiling at night, it gives off almost kind of like a water pattern. Blue galaxy cloud.
The Spokane disaster fits a broader and deeply troubling pattern across Washington. More than 425,000 acres have burned statewide in 2026, the most since 2021, with over 1,000 fires recorded. More than 4 000 firefighters are deployed against a dozen major incidents that together have already consumed more than 200,000 acres. Meteorologists warned that dangerous fire weather would continue across eastern Washington in the immediate future. That means further growth, additional evacuations, and continued threats to life and property remain real possibilities. Residents in vulnerable areas should stay alert, keep emergency supplies ready, and follow official instructions as conditions change hour by hour.